Hello guys, welcome to Passages 1 Unit 3B, Exploring New Cities. In this unit, we are going to talk about compound terms for towns, and also we are going to see the order of modifiers and connecting contrasting ideas. Let's begin. Here, we are going to see some compound terms to describe different types of towns. Border town. A town located near the dividing line or border between two countries. College town. A town where a college or university is an important part of the community. Mountain town. A town located in or near mountains. Resort town. A town where people go on vacation, often with hotels and activities. Suburban town. A town close to a big city, mostly for people to live in. Coastal town. A town located by the sea or ocean. Industrial town. A town where factories and businesses make products. Port town. A town with a harbor where ships come and go. Rural town. A small town in the countryside far from cities. Tourist town. A town where many visitors come to see attractions. Order of modifiers. The order of modifiers refers to the sequence in which adjectives are placed in front of a noun. In English, there is a specific order that native speakers follow naturally when using more than one adjective to describe a noun. When you use more than one adjective to describe something, follow this order. First, opinion. What you think about it, for example, beautiful, ugly, or nice. Number 2, size. How big or small is it? For example, large, small, tiny. Number 3, age. How old or young it is. For example, new, old, ancient. Number 4, shape. The form of the object. For example, round, square, rectangular. Number 5, color. The color of the object. For example, red, blue, black. Number 6, origin. Where it comes from. For example, Italian, Japanese, American. Number 7, material. What it is made of. For example, metal, wood, plastic. Number 8, purpose. What it is used for. For example, reading, cooking, or running. And number 9, the noun. The object or person you are describing. For example, car, shirt, house. And here we have an example. This is a delicious, small, fresh, oval, red Spanish strawberry birthday cake. In the first position, we have this. This is the determiner. It's going to tell that this is one object. It's singular and it's near. Then after that, we have the verb to be, because we are describing. Then, a, to express that is singular. This is a. Then we start mentioning modifiers or adjectives. The first adjective that we have here is delicious. Delicious is an opinion, what you think about it. Then we have small. Small is the size. After small, we had fresh. Fresh is when you make food and the food is recent, is not old. Fresh is the age because it's something that was made recently. Then we have oval, Oval is the shape or the form of the cake in this case. Then we have red. In this case, red is going to be the color of the cake. Then we continue with Spanish. Spanish is going to be the origin. So where is the cake from? This cake is Spanish, from Spain. Then we have the material. In this case, this cake it's made of strawberry because we can have a cake made of chocolate, made of vanilla, but in this case, this one is made of strawberry. The material used for the cake is strawberry. Then number 8, the purpose. What is the use of the cake? Or what type of cake is it? Because we have different types of cakes. We have cakes for a birthday. We have cakes for a wedding. We have cakes for a graduation. But in this case, the purpose of this cake is for a birthday, or the type of cake, it's a birthday. And then, what are you describing? The noun. What is the noun? The cake. So the sentence is, this is a delicious, small, fresh, oval, red Spanish strawberry birthday cake. Here we have some other examples. So remember, when you use more than one adjective to describe something, you need to follow this order. First, the determiner. The determiner is going to tell you the number or the amount. If it's 1, 2, 20, if it's singular, plural, if it's near, far. So in this case, we have some examples of determiners. Then we have the opinion, what you think about it. After that, the size, then the age, then the shape or the form. Then we have the color, the origin, where something is from, the material used to make what we are describing. Then we have the purpose, which is the use of what we are describing, or the type. Then we have the noun. The noun is what we are describing. And also, if you want, you can have a descriptive phrase. It's like a small phrase describing or giving extra information. So let's see the examples. Example number 1 says, a beautiful, small, new, oval, red Italian metal sports car with comfortable seats. So how many cards? 1. The opinion, it's beautiful. The size, small. The age is new. The shape of the car, it's oval. Then the color, red. The origin, Italian. The material, metal. What kind of car? This is a sports car. And then, what are we describing? A car. A descriptive phrase or a description, a small description about the car with comfortable seats. Then we continue with number 2. 9 amazing, large, modern, square, brown, Mexican wooden coffee tables that have an elegant design. In this case, we have how many? 9. What is the opinion about it? It's amazing. The size, large. The age, modern. Then the shape or the form, square. The color, brown. Where is the table from? It's Mexican. It's from Mexico. The material used, wooden. And then, what kind of table is it? It's a coffee table because we have different tables. But in this case, this is a coffee table. And then, what are you describing? Tables. Something extra about the tables, that they have an elegant design. Number 3, this luxurious big old white Asian concrete resorts with nice swimming pools. This, it's for the plural. Then we have luxurious, the opinion, the size big, the age old. We don't have a shape in this case for the sentence. Sometimes you don't need to use all the adjectives. Then we have a color white, the origin Asian, the material concrete. Then we don't have a purpose here. And you're describing resorts with a description with nice swimming pools. Next, The famous large ancient circular beige French stone house that has a view of the river. Next, some trendy small new round green Chinese plastic reading glasses with blue light protection. And the last one, this pretty tall young blonde American actress with a nice personality. Connecting contrasting ideas. When we want to show that two ideas are different or opposite, we can use these words to connect them. Despite, in spite of, although, even though, however, nevertheless, and on the other hand. For example, despite small size, Costa Rica is a top destination for ecotourism. The hotel was full, however, we found a room in another hotel nearby. In the first example, we say that Costa Rica is a small country, but it doesn't matter because even though it's a small country, it's one of the top destinations for ecotourism. So the size doesn't matter because it's one of the best when it comes to ecotourism. And then for the second example, we say that the hotel was full, but that doesn't matter because we still went to another hotel and we found a room. Use despite or in spite of before a noun or gerund. These words are synonyms. For this, you need a conjunction. The conjunctions are the connectors. In this case, despite or in spite of. Then, you need a noun or a gerund. After that, you need a subject, then a verb, and you finish with a complement. For example, despite the big crowds, people from all over the world visit the Eiffel Tower every year. Despite being small, the Dominican Republic is the second most visited country in Latin America. In spite of the long wait, tourists enjoy going to famous museums in the city of Rome. In spite of the storm, we decided to continue with our trip to Miami, Florida tomorrow. So in this case, we have despite or in spite of followed by a noun or a gerund. And then with this, we are saying that the first action or the first situation, it's not affecting the second. Because for the first one, for example, it says that there are big crowds, but still people don't care. They go and visit the Eiffel Tower every year, so they don't care. The crowds is when there are a lot of people, but they still don't care. They still go and visit the Eiffel Tower every year. For number 2, here it says that the Dominican Republic is a very small country. But even though it's a small country, it's one of the most visited countries in Latin America. It's the second after Mexico. So in this case, it doesn't matter that it's small, still one of the most visited countries in Latin America. Then for number 3, it says that in spite of the long wait, tourists enjoy going to museums in the city of Rome. In this case, whenever you're going to a museum in Rome, usually there is a long wait. There is a line and you gotta wait. But in this case, some people do not care about that. They still wait and they go to museums. That's not going to affect their trip or their activity. And for number 4, it says, in spite of the storm, we decided to continue with our trip to Miami, Florida tomorrow. There is a storm, but these people, they ignore the storm. They don't care about it. They say, there's a storm, but still we're going to continue and we are going to go to Miami, Florida, no matter what. Use although or even though before a subject and a verb, even though it's a little stronger than although. For this, you need a conjunction plus a subject plus a verb plus a complement, and then again, you need another subject plus a verb plus a complement. For example, although the tour was expensive, it was worth every penny for the experience. In this sentence, we say that the tour was expensive, but it doesn't matter because it was worth it. Every dollar that we pay was worth it because the experience was really good. For the second example, we say although some jobs in the city pay well, they can be very stressful for some people. It's like some jobs in the city pay well, the money is good, but there is a problem. These jobs sometimes can be very stressful for some people. For number 3, even though London is an old city, it has many modern buildings. It says that London is an old city, but even though it's old, it has some new buildings or modern buildings. And the last one, even though the Taj Mahal was built a long time ago, it still looks beautiful. In this one, we say that the Taj Mahal is a little old, but it doesn't matter because today still it looks beautiful or pretty good, even though it's a little old. Use however or nevertheless to connect two sentences. Nevertheless is more formal. For this, you need a subject plus a verb plus a complement plus a conjunction plus a subject plus a verb plus a complement. For example, it rained the whole week in San Francisco. Nevertheless, we had a great time exploring the city. In this sentence, there is a problem, and the problem is that it rained the whole week in the city of San Francisco. But something positive is that even though it rained, that didn't affect our trip or our exploration of the city because we had a great time despite the rain. For number 2, the apartment is small and cramped. Nevertheless, it is located in a great neighborhood. Something negative about the apartment is that the apartment is small and cramped. There is no space. But something positive about it is that it is located in a great neighborhood. For number 3, many bars in the area get very crowded on weekends. However, the atmosphere is always fun. So in this case, something negative about the bars in this area is that on weekends, they get very crowded. We mean that there is a lot of people on weekends. Now, something positive about the bars is that the atmosphere is always fun. And the last one, the subway system in Berlin can be hard to understand. However, it is one of the best in Europe. Something positive about the subway system in Berlin is that it's one of the best in Europe. But something negative is that sometimes it's difficult to understand. Use, on the other hand, to compare two opposite ideas or sides of an argument. For this, you need a subject, plus a verb, plus a complement, plus a conjunction, plus a subject, plus a verb, plus a complement. For example, the pyramids of Egypt look incredible. On the other hand, they are located in a very hot desert. Something positive, that they look incredible. Something negative, that if you want to visit them, it's going to be very hot because the location is in a desert. For number 2, cities are great places to go shopping. On the other hand, traffic is usually a serious problem there. Something positive about cities is that they're good for shopping. Something negative, that traffic is very bad in the city. Number 3, France is known for its amazing gastronomy. On the other hand, the cost of living can be pretty high. So something positive about France is that they have an amazing gastronomy. The food is good. But something negative is that the cost of living it's sometimes high. So if you want to live in France, you're going to have to pay a lot of money. And the last one, Brazil has many beautiful beaches. On the other hand, some parts of the country are very dangerous. So something positive about Brazil is that it has many beautiful beaches. But on the other hand, something negative is that some parts of the country are not safe. They are kind of dangerous. So you have to be careful. Well, guys, that was everything for today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.